ultimately, people want to know about Tell and kind of the Redeemer and things like that. Tell and the Redeemer.
Maybe let's just touch very, very quickly on that. I mean, because we kind of talked about it a little bit. So, the Redeemer is the device that the worker used to, and it's not called the Redeemer. That's what we call it internally or whatever. But it's the device that the worker used to alter Siris's or Alsar's QIP, so that when he would die, he would be reborn as a child and forget his memory and kind of all that stuff. And Alsar was an active participant in that process, willing to go into that. He just didn't realize there was going to be that component of memory loss. And so as he's becoming more and more, as that was removed when he started to become Alsar again in the current process, he's remembering bits and pieces of it. And so he remembers because he locked the worker away, and he's like, I don't know, whatever. So he had access to that stuff. He didn't know this was going to happen to him. And so as he remembers it, he's like, oh my gosh, this is what I can do. Because again, ultimately, in Siris's view, what the worker did to him is the best thing that's ever happened to him. Because it has allowed him a second chance to go from being Alsar, the vile, the hated, the worst thing that's ever existed, to and that was one of the things we wanted to deal with in telling a story. Like, can we tell a story where the bad guy becomes the real good guy, like really becomes that, truly redeems himself? And what does that mean? What does redemption mean? And so as Siris is struggling with his own redemption, I think, and again, that's where we're trying to show that struggle even on the beach with Issa. He's like, I could just kill the worker, if it even would work, right? Which it wouldn't. The infinity wouldn't work on the worker, but if it did, is that redemption? Is that truly Siris's redemption? Because as Siris looks at it, he's like, just even killing, just me now being a good guy, that doesn't mean I've changed anything. I've changed, but look at the world that I've played a large part in creating. So I think moving forward, Siris really thinks that his redemption hinges on him reconciling the rest of the deathless. Whether that means over the next 5,000 years, Siris is going to track down every single deathless on Earth and kill them, or what we think is, or give them the opportunity to go through the same process that Siris did. Yeah. So I imagine Siris going forward, and we'll play with some of this.
And you'll see, like I believe it's in the second book, he struggles a lot with whether even he should be alive, because he's struggling with that whole concept of, am I even good? He's like, I've had so much history of being evil, and am I actually good? And should I exist? Like, is my punishment for all those thousands of years of being evil my eradication? And so he struggles with that initially. And once he decides that, no, I've actually changed and I am good, he realizes that he has been redeemed. And then the question becomes, can he help others? So is the answer eradication of the other evil, or can I actually change them to be good as well?
And so maybe with other deathless, that will be a choice he presents to them, but that's not a choice he presented to the worker. He's like, no, if I'm going to be redeemed, so are you. And if I have to make restitution, if I have to fix what we've done, you're going to help me. And so he does the same thing to the worker that the worker did to him.
And that's why he says he's come to believe that he now believes in redemption.
And that's what he says at the end. It's not, haha, I have my revenge. Haha, it's like, no, I believe in redemption. I believe you, the worker, can eventually change and be like me, and I will help you do that. So,
am I good for a quick yes, no, maybe question? Or
Sure.
We talked a lot about the teleportation and things like that, and something we've never seen before when someone is killed with the Infinity Blade is the thing that looks like the teleportation. And regarding Raedriar, that happens to him as it looks like the teleportation stuff. Is he actually dead?
That's the answer.
Interesting observation.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So I guess that's a maybe.
Yeah.